As funding troubles put some schools in our region on the chopping block, some of you may wonder why lottery funds aren't coming to the rescue. After all, since the year 2000, all lottery proceeds go to education by law.
ABC 13's Noreen Turin shows us why huge jackpots don't have quite the huge impact you might expect.
The Virginia Lottery has some really high numbers right now. The Mega Millions jackpot is over $1 billion.
The jackpot for tonight's Powerball drawing is sitting at $1 billion.
Tonight's Powerball drawing is now more than $1 billion. Big jackpots bring in big money for the Virginia Lottery, with dreamers hoping to cash in on prizes like last month's $1.3 billion Powerball jackpot.
That's going to be 23.
Well, we calculated through the 40-odd drawings that led up to that sales of Powerball tickets in Virginia, just Powerball tickets just in Virginia, came to $24.2 million in profits just by that Powerball jackpot run. And all that money, by law, goes to schools.
Though the big jackpots are what grab the headlines, lottery spokesperson John Haggerty says it's actually the scratch-off tickets that are the bigger contributor to the totals. For the last fiscal year, the lottery sent just more than $867 million in profits to the state. That's more than double the total from 20 years earlier. $867 million would be a game changer for you and me, but for schools, it's just a small percentage of what they need to educate your kids. We have school systems in our area that are having to shut down a couple of schools here and there due to budget problems. Well, what about all this lottery money that's coming in? We've had these huge jackpots and a lot of people playing. Why aren't they just swimming in money?
We get that question too. People do see schools closing, school systems in need of funds, and they do ask about the lottery money. And it's important to remember that lottery funding, while it's a very important piece of the overall funding in Virginia, is just a piece. It's about 10% of what Virginia spends on K through 12 education.
The lottery money really plays an important role in school division revenues throughout Virginia, but a very small role in terms of the available funds for schools like Lynchburg City Schools. A little bit less than about 7% of our budget is addressed through lottery type funds.
For fiscal year 2023, Lynchburg City Schools got just over $8.6 million in lottery funds. Danville schools received more than $8 million, and for Campbell County schools, more than $6.5 million.
That shows what the state share is, how much we're going to get from them, and then what the
various formulas determine how much each division gets, as well as where most of it has to be spent.
Most of the lines are very targeted in terms of our use of those funds.
Yeah, so you can't just take lottery funds and keep schools open with it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's not to say the lottery funds aren't welcome. They go toward important program areas to help provide students the quality education they deserve.
The K-3 class size reduction, there are programs like the SOL Algebra Readiness Program, some school breakfast kinds of programs to make sure that we are providing the services that we need to provide to our students.
Lottery profits fund what the state refers to as incentive programs above the mandatory standards of quality programs. School divisions have to meet all the SOQ funding requirements before they can even apply for the lottery money. The dollar amount each division gets is based on various formulas. To see how much your division got in last fiscal year, I have a link with this story at WSET.com. We'll be back with more after this.